Okay, Ajahn. In the suttas, the knowledge of a Sotapanna is described in several different ways. I do find it hard to reconcile the one about whatever is the nature to arise is of the nature to cease, and he knows kusala is kusala and akusala is akusala and their root. The first seems to be an understanding of the nature of phenomena, whereas the second one seems rather simple, quote unquote. Do these knowledges just different phrasing but do have the same meaning? If so, what is their core message?
So the knowledge of knowing things in arising and ceasing, basically knowing that whatever has the nature to arise has the nature to cease. It's even that can sound simplistic in the sense that people can learn about impermanence, and then once it makes sense, it feels like you know it. And you could ask your average person, and they would say, "Yeah, of course, I know things are subject to change. Everything is changing. Everything is constantly changing." But that's not the impermanence that the Buddha was talking about, because if you truly understand the impermanence, you would be free from suffering. You would be understanding the Four Noble Truths. So when the insight of a Sotapanna, that whatever has the nature to arise has nature to cease, that means like on the most personal level, he understands unknowability of things due to their appearance. Not due to this, not due to that, not because electrons are constantly changing, not because of somebody told you, it's because things have arisen on their own. So the fact that you are subjected to the appearance of things, that appearance of things shows you basically implies their impermanence. So doesn't matter your intention, doesn't matter your effort, doesn't matter whether you ignore it or not. Once you understand it on the level of appearance means impermanence, you can then take it from there rightly, so to speak. That's why that's like the beginning of the Noble Eightfold Path. And same goes with knowing skillful is skillful and unskillful is unskillful. Exactly. A person can, anybody can learn about it, and then it can sort of make sense intellectually, reasonably. And it's like, yeah, I know good things are good, bad are bad. I know why good is good, why bad is bad. But all of that is like a secondary, sort of second-hand information that you would have somewhat integrated. Let's put it that way. But the reality is basically a non-Sotapanna has no internal reference point as to what constitutes skillful is skillful and unskillful is unskillful. And that internal reference point is your own chitta. So a non-Sotapanna does not see his own mind, does not see his own wild animal. It will have, everybody will have their ideas and images in their mind when they think about the mind. But that will not stand for that which mind actually is. That's why prerequisite for Sotapanna is seeing the signs and characteristics of the mind, citta nimitta. In other words, seeing the mind as an actual living entity, which is neither in your sense objects nor in your senses. It's kind of neither here nor there, yet it's real as such. And you see it change its mood, you see it persists in certain moods. So that's why basically a person who doesn't see their own mind then does not know what is actually beneficial for that mind and what is unbeneficial. So a Sotapanna who recognizes the characteristics of his own mind, starts seeing it, as I said, as an actual living entity in the core of your being, now he knows. He can directly see, has an immediate, simultaneous feedback as to what is making this mind grow, calm down, become more peaceful, and what is making this wild animal more agitated, more disturbed, more wild, less obedient. In the same sense, you trap a wild dog or something, as I often say, and you have it in a fenced-off yard, and when you let certain things come in its visual range or audible range, he gets very agitated. Now, those things might not necessarily be bad things in and of themselves. And everybody might agree that those things are actually good things. And you could even reason that they're good things. But all of those are secondary criteria now. For you, the most important immediate criteria is, I don't care if the whole world says doing this is good or doing that is bad. My criteria is the recognition of what does that make my mind do or want to do. And if you see that it's leading to agitation, passion, increase of these unwholesome things, it's unbeneficial. It's akusala. If you see that it's leading to calming, imperturbability, dispassion, above all, you know, oh, that is kusala. That is beneficial for taming of the animal, which is for my welfare and the welfare of the animal. So you could see that neither of those insights are, they're not complex in terms of you need to learn a lot of moving parts, but they're nowhere near easily seen, because if they were, everybody would be a Sotapanna.